Hello everyone, welcome back to GM Magique. Today I am going to talk about street stall economy with you, and the title of today's article is Backpedaling. Quickly before we start, if you are new here, I strongly recommend you to go through this slide and the next one, this one, just in case you have any questions for this program, this challenge, or my channel. And then the detail of today's article is listed in the description box. So the page number, the column, the issue, they're all down there. Okay, let's get started. Backpedaling. It is a figurative way of saying to retract your opinion or your principle. It is also synonymous with having a second thought, or you could say having second thoughts. In subtitle, the government once abhorred hawkers. Abhorred means you dislike something, you detest it. And the word detest actually comes from French. You could say je déteste ça, or je déteste quelque chose, means I hate something. Next one, hawkers literally means people who sell stuff by traveling around and sometimes shouting to advertise their products. You could also say vendors. And then we have seen in Prada's new designer, one of the articles of our 100-day The Economist challenge, we saw the word purveyor for designer bags in that article. Next one we have, but in China these days, people like Shui Jin, an old lady peddling a wooden cart laden with apricots and cherries through the narrow lanes of Suzhou. So peddling down here, it has nothing to do with the backpedaling up here. I mean, basically they're the same, but right here it is used in its basic sense. That means to move a cart or a bicycle by working its pedals. Next one, are in the spotlight. We have seen the word under the limelight in last episode. So yeah, we did mention spotlight last week as well. And next one, her family needs the money she can scrape together. You have to connect the dot when you're reading this. Let's suppose you have no idea what scrape together means, but after you have read down here, by peddling a wooden cart laden with apricots and cherries through the narrow lanes of Suzhou, we know that it's not difficult. I mean, it's not easy for Shui Jin to make money, to make a living. So naturally, scrape together means do something with difficulty. And then I checked it in the dictionary. Collect or accumulate something with difficulty. They could hardly scrape up enough money for one ticket, let alone two. So another trick of guessing the meanings of words, especially when you're in exams. Next one, become a matter for debate. Basically, it means a moot point. We mentioned this a few times. Next one, trying to tidy up the colorful hubbub that once characterized China's cities. Hubbub here means din, or you could say noise. Sometimes you could also refer to, you could use this word to refer to noisy or busy situations. After that, we have declaring that street vendors were vital to the economy. This is just part of the background information. Next one, that generated much buzz about the revival of China's street stall economy. Generate buzz means you give people a general excitement, as you could see down here. Also, you could use the word buzz as in give someone a ring. Oh, I'll give you a buzz when I'm ready. Or you could say buzz off to replace go away. Next one, Chengdu, a bustling city. Here it means a city full of activities or brimming with activities. It's just a very energetic city. And then next one, you could also refer to it as let's go busting through this by saying let's stick to the end of this video. Usually you would hear this phrase in some working out sessions on YouTube. I've been following someone on YouTube, and I've been following her working out videos, and she always says, let's go bustling through this. I think she's Scottish or something, so she has like a slight accent. Sorry, let's go back to the article. Next one. But for Miss Shui, the fruit vendor in Suzhou, change has not been radical. Last year, the officers who enforce urban rules would often seize her cart and fine her. These 4 phrases are not difficult at all, but they're quite useful when you want to depict the relationship between hawkers and law enforcement officers in China. Next one, it's not for Beijing. That means it's not Beijing's cup of tea. Beijing doesn't like it. It's not suitable for Beijing. It's a much nicer way than saying, no, I don't like it. Sometimes you could just say, oh, it's not for me. I'm not keen on that. It's not my cup of tea. Next one, willy-nilly will not allow vendors to set up stores willy-nilly. That means whether it likes or not. It just means, okay, no matter what, we're not going to allow it in Shanghai. Next one, hygienic standards met. This is one of the most important criteria that you have to think about when it comes to selling food on the street or just establishing your own food stall. Next one, an Wuling Motors, which makes a new van that can double as a mobile kiosk. Double as means fold into. Imagine if you put a piece of paper and you fold it, so to some extent it becomes 2-layer now. Maybe it's easier for you to understand the word double right here. And then kiosk, basically it means usually in front of like primary schools you saw kiosks selling newspapers, mangas, and that's the one it pictures by the word kiosk. Next one, the direct impact on job creation, A-list, which means unfortunately, is unlikely to be so spectacular. The demise of street stalls in recent years is only partially the result of government restrictions. Demise, it means the death of something. It's quite it's more polite than just saying death. Also, you could use the word to replace passing, loss of life, that kind of thing. And then that reminds me of ebbs and flows and wax and wanes. They might come into handy when you're doing your IELTS writing. Next one, but the street stalls do dovetail with a separate policy. Dovetail means to fit in or be consistent with. You could replace them by saying, but the street stalls do fit in with a separate policy or fit in a separate policy. Launched last year to develop China's nighttime economy. It's not a concept which is exclusive to China. Let me put it in Google. Let's have a look. Nighttime economy. So basically, the term is used to describe a wide range of activities for a trip to the theatre or a family meal to a night out at a club. Basically, it means any economic activities that happened after 5 p.m. Next one, have recently opened glitzy outdoor night market. Glitzy here means it's beautiful, but it's in a superficial sense. You could also say it's gaudy or tacky if it's really that bad. And then, though far more orderly